Tuesday morning, everyone. Here we are. I think today is May 20th, so it was 4 months ago today that Donald Trump was inaugurated for his second term. And oh, what a ride it has been. I was reading some news this morning and listening to some stuff on my way in to work today. And I was listening to Rick Wilson's podcast, The Enemies List. And one thing I like is his podcasts are like 20 or 25 minutes long, and it's just him ranting. And so he was talking today in this episode about the tax bill, Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill that they're having such difficulties with in the House, just among Republicans. And I mean, he boiled it down very nicely. This is a bill that is going to add between $4 to $5 trillion to the national debt. And don't forget that Donald Trump added $8 trillion to the national debt during his first term. And now he wants to add another $5 trillion to it for a tax cut bill that is going to benefit about 70 people in this country who are already billionaires and multi-millionaires. There is no middle class benefit in this tax bill. There is none. If you earn less than $15,000 a year, your taxes are going up 70%. If you earn between $15,000 and $30,000 a year, your taxes are going up 20 or 25%. If you earn less than $400,000 a year, your taxes are going up. Combined with an almost $1 trillion cut to healthcare for poor people in the United States. This is a complete economic reordering of the United States, this bill. It is going to result in one of the biggest wealth transfers from the bottom 90% to the top percentile of the 1% that we've seen in decades. There is no middle class benefit to this tax bill, and they're going to ram it through. And so then I flipped over to the Strict Scrutiny podcast, which is an awesome podcast. It's 4 women who talk about the Supreme Court every week. I highly recommend that people listen to Strict Scrutiny. And they were talking about last week, some conservative group put out a fake report on mifepristone, abortion medication. And they played a clip of Josh Hawley having a discussion during a Senate hearing with RFK Jr. And this fake report that came out from this conservative group last week highlights how dangerous and unsafe mifepristone is. It's safer than Tylenol. It is. But Josh Hawley was using this report as a pretext to get RFK Jr. to agree and reiterate RFK Jr.'s commitment that he's going to do a top-to-bottom reevaluation of mifepristone throughout the United States. And he agreed with RFK Jr. that this report shows that mifepristone is an incredibly unsafe drug. It's not. But they're going to use this report as the pretext to ban mifepristone nationwide. Something like 55 or 60% of abortions in this country are performed with this type of medication. And if you think that this administration is just going to sit on its hands while the Comstock Act is out there that would permit them to ban all abortion nationwide simply by enforcing that law in a draconian manner without the need of Congress to do anything at all, you're crazy. So that's coming. So, and with Mike Lee and his new obscenity bill, here are their goals for the year. Ban pornography nationwide. ban abortion nationwide, ban access to birth control nationwide, drive all of us into poverty, and take away all of our health care, while doing away with the EPA so that we no longer have clean water, clean air. The level of rage that I feel towards these people, elected people, people in in his administration, and Donald Trump himself, is only surpassed by the level of rage that I feel towards the people who voted for Donald Trump in 2024. Now, the people who are actually racist, misogynist, bigots, homophobes, and transphobes will not tell you that those are the reasons why they voted for Donald Trump instead of the black lady who had a funny laugh. They will just simply say to you, I voted for Donald Trump for the economy. Well, that excuse is out the fucking window. That excuse is out the window, given what he's doing with tariffs and what this tax bill is going to do, and how he has isolated the United States completely from all of its economic partners and all of our strategic allies. So those folks can't say with a straight face anymore that they voted for Donald Trump for the economy, and now they are just left with their racism, their bigotry, their misogyny, their homophobia, and their transphobia, and their ableism, which they are getting louder about. They are getting to a point where they are completely fine now acknowledging that, yeah, they're racists and they're misogynists. We've seen all of the, quote, black fatigue videos across this app. White people just coming right out and saying it right out loud. The woman in Minnesota 3 or 4 weeks ago who called a 5-year-old autistic black child the N-word repeatedly, and then went on to raise almost $1 million on a crowdfunding site from white supremacists on the right, Trump voters. You know, it's like I used to say that not every Trump voter is a racist, but every racist in this country is a Trump voter. And I think now we've gotten to the point where we can all just comfortably say that every Trump voter is a racist, a misogynist, a bigot, a homophobe, and a transphobe. The Band-Aid has been ripped off. The mask has been ripped away. Any polite veneer of, well, I voted for Trump for the economy has evaporated and is gone. That is gone. And they are now just left with only their racism, bigotry, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, and ableism. And a lot of them seem to be embracing it outright, openly, out loud, across social media and other forms of media. They're just embracing it. And, you know, so I'm going to take a walk before I go into the office and try to regulate my nervous system and my emotions before I try to start my day, and try to start my day with something other than just abject fucking rage and hatred for these people. Apart from that, I hope everybody has an amazing Tuesday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope that helps.